Alrighty. Hello. And welcome back to some Final Fantasy. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hope everyone's having a good one. Yeah. Hey, Sweeb, how's it going? Oh. It's kind of wild to think we are basically at the end of the game. I say, basically, we are finishing the game today. We're killing Seth today? We are, yes. I am literally going to go farm up materia stuff a little bit. And then I want to do it. We'll just end off that. Because if I go do all Seth now, the stream won't even make it to like the half-hour mark. Which would be mildly unfortunate. Because I don't... Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's any other, like, very clear side content left. I think that's kind of the issue we're at, and the timing's a little awkward because of that. It makes it slightly unfortunate. Can always start if Final Fantasy VIII. You got two reasons why that's probably not gonna work. One, I don't own 8 yet. Two, I don't have it installed. So, you can only get so far with that one. Going through the... Yeah, like, I mean, realistically, I can probably yap for about an hour talking about the, like, looking back at the game thing that I normally do. That will probably happen. Aside from that, though, yeah, no, I don't think there's... I think there's one bit of content that I haven't interacted with. I'm not sure if I can, if I know how to, though. Because I think there's something at the mountains that I can do. The Wutai mountains. You're early today? I mean, I'm on time today, right? The best part. Everything can run Doom. Mouth could also run Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, I'm salty. God. Because, like, I know what I'd be doing for Final Fantasy VIII. That's why I'm deciding whether or not we get it for next week or the week after, and I take a week off Final Fantasy next week. It's partly dependent on something I'm gonna find out information for or not, which I'm gonna ask the other person involved tomorrow around it. That's gonna be the aim. Is I'll find out my stream schedule for next week, and then I'll decide whether or not we'll do Final Fantasy VIII starting next week or the week after. But yeah, we'll be starting it basically at the latest 2 weeks from now, right? I was going to somehow shove a screen and technology into you and run Final Fantasy in your body. I think I'd have worse performance than my PC. Just actively. But yeah, no, let's just do some materia farming to chill out for the beginning of the day. Oh, well, I mean, this is your own fault. This poor fucking dragon. Kind of feel bad for it. Just to stick that Windows 95. I don't even think I could run Vista. So what the hell is the lore behind the Knights of Round, if anyone knows that? Because, like, I'm just curious. What the fuck is the lore behind these, like, knights that supposedly are some of the most broken shit in this game? Like, I summon gods and these guys kind of show them up. King Arthur, that's it? I mean, yeah, I get that it's King Arthur and all that. Is that seriously it? There's no, like, greater lore. Can't believe you do that to Kiryu Koko from Hololive 4th generation. No, it's not purple, it was black, so it's not the, well, orange purple. Pink. I don't know. And also, yeah, that just showed me, for the sake of our sanity, let's de-equip magic counter. I think we can all agree to that, right? For the sake of sanity, we're just taking that off for now. That's it? That's upsetting. I would have expected, like, there to be something a bit more going on other than just they're there. You showed them Rise, and they went, yep, you give us more of that, and we'll do the rest. Just Arthurian legend exists in Final Fantasy games. Well, I mean, Excalibur has existed in every single Final Fantasy game, right? And it's almost always been either the strongest or, like, the top three weapon. I think that's pretty much like the consistent thing I've seen. Man, I can't wait for the next game where Excalibur turns into a fucking gun. Could be any, like Eggman, Final Fantasy 15 is the Beastman summon. God. Oh, alright. Let's get down to the area where we can farm up points and do our thing for, like, I'd say an hour maybe. I don't know. Again, it's like a bullet. Excalibur, you know? Is that like... What do we think what, like, caliber Excalibur would be? It's gotta be more than, like, a 50 cal. It's like fucking 75. Imagine fire as an anti-tank at that point. That ain't even anti-personnel, that's just anti-tank. You chamber that shit, and it's just like you have to get 2 people to help chamber that. The summon ability, and sometimes it can just be an egg with hands and feet and a cape. You can't shoot through a Cybertruck, it's not a true bullet. Fair. Well, based on some of the stuff I've seen, that's not exactly hard. Don't worry, it's really bulletproof or resistance. Throws thing at the window, breaks window. Huh, that's not supposed to happen. Gotta love it. I'd assume it's a nuke at that point. Can't have enough nukes, am I right? What are you, the fucking US military? We want to denuclearize the world. Hey, what is that behind you? Don't worry about that. That's not important. Vincent basically has a mag. He's got a clip, doesn't he? Because he's just got pistols. Oh no, you can give him a sniper, but that'd still just be... That wouldn't... I mean, do we want to start getting into the debate of what the fuck the difference is between, because we could start this whole thing of what's a clip and what's a mag. I don't think anyone's ready for that today, though. Right? Alright, there we go. On a different note, I should make something for dinner. Had one slice of bread today. Yeah, it definitely sounds like in the range of making more food. The benefit we have is because of the master stuff, we don't really care about leveling up a lot of shit now. Other than Quadra Magic. That's the one thing I definitely want to level up. Hey, Devil, though. Feel like the materia grinding is nice and all, but I feel like you'll have an hour of discussion over Genova. Oh, yeah, no. I feel like today I'm gonna still somehow manage to get it to be at least 3 hours just because of random discussion topics. Right? Clips of those funny moments of your streaming career and mags of references to Magic the Gathering. Ah, okay. No, that makes sense. Alright, if anyone's wondering what the fuck I'm doing, by the way, I am actually just straight up, not Ragnarok, it's Apocalypse. I am straight up just like putting shit in the level. Put that in there. Put that in there. Then we can put Quad Magic in there when one of those is finished. It's just, it's a funny Jessica point right now. There's a guy I'm mod for beat this today as well. He was like level 60 and struggling. Oh yeah, this gonna look real different than that. Again, I want to iterate. I actually feel bad for Sephiroth with what's gonna happen, like, in a bit. Because I'm going in with, I would assume, Not like peak total builds, but like we're definitely strong. I assume there's like an optimal build or some shit that's like far beyond what I'm gonna be doing. I mean, to be fair, there's also an argument that if like I was being super hard, super try-hardy, what was it? I would have done like more grinding in that underwater area. And I'd be so surprised if there wasn't like a glitch to getting more source things as well. There's also a glitch where the final 2 bosses just duplicated their sprite. Oh, that's kind of funny, actually. Oh, nice, I have another pizza. Oh, damn, I kind of want pizza. God damn it. Now that you've mentioned pizza, I kind of want pizza. I've been thinking about it like recently as I've kind of wanted pizza. Stop wishing for constipation. I don't care. Damn the consequences. Damn Final Fantasy boss with Malith where he'll observe the team of Super Saiyans fighting a small sick child. Honestly, I wonder when we're finally gonna hit a Final Fantasy game where that's not the case, right? Like, I'm not the only one that's thinking that, whereas, like, we have consistently been obsessively godlike when we turn up to the final boss, and the fights have been not the most difficult in the universe. And that's not to say that they're hard boss, like, they're bad boss fights, it's just that I'm normally a little too OP. I'm cutting the pizza, thank fucking Christ. That was actually disgusting, what you posted the other day. Like, that was genuinely psychotic energy. Man's put up a fucking photo of a pizza that he was eating like a sandwich. Just biting into the whole damn pizza. That's that should get you put in jail. I'm gonna be honest. Having side boss is more difficult than the final boss. Yeah. 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 And having them doable before the final boss, I think, is the problem, right? Because I know plenty of games where you beat the final boss and then the super bosses open up. And that balances out a little bit, because it means that you can go in, you're OP as shit, but you're not like, hey Lamau, this game is, chump change. Let's be honest, sandwich pizza is not not as bad. I mean, if you actually, okay, wild thing, I've never done this, right? But I have seen people that have, like, rolled up the pizza. Like, you cut one part of it and then you roll it around and it becomes like a fucking cone. That actually does look like a really fun way to eat a pizza one day. I would not enjoy doing that because I like crispy pizza and there's no way in hell the way I cook pizza would be nice. And like, if you put the pizza top, if you made a sandwich with like the bread pieces being the dough of a pizza, and then like the inside being like the normal stuff for a pizza, I actually think that would be fucking sick. But like eating your goddamn fucking pizza like from the side, just biting into that shit like a fucking animal. The cone pizza had its popular days. Yeah, like, I know I saw people doing that. I fucking saw that shit at drinking parties, which was wild to see every time. It's like, straight up, someone would go like, oh, anyone gonna eat this pizza? And it's like, well, I mean, the pizza's for everyone. It's like, can I have this one to myself? It's like, I guess, sure. And you just see the motherfucker break apart part of it, roll that shit up, and then just walk out into the, like, backyard with that, and you're like, what did I watch? What is wrong with you? Should have, put that image in Despicable and added a spoiler. What's done can't be undone. Would have been funny. I tried to spare you two. Oh, no, he didn't die immediately. Didn't do damage cap. I'm just trying to run away, man. At this point in time, it would have been faster to kill you. That's the painful part. I'm running away because it's most of the time faster. But yeah, like, if you're walking around in a party and you're, like, really fucking hungry and you're allowed to eat a pizza to yourself, I see no issue with that, right? I think it's actually, like, a really good idea. It's arguably less mess as well. And depending on which, like, end you're eating from, well, I mean, you're obviously eating from the top of the cone, right? Not the point, but like the wider part. Like, if you pace it correctly, you get like one solid bite at the end that's not too bad. But yeah, no, I like crispier pizzas, so like I'd never be able to do that because it would just not fold correctly. And also, like, the places I get pizzas from are pre-cut, so... Like, Hell's Pizza. Hell's Pizza's fucking amazing. God, I could really go for a Hell's Pizza one day. But they're fucking spinny. Nah. Oh, God. My brain... I apologize, by the way, in case this comes through in my streams. I have been watching so much Richard and Badger again that, like, my brain is stuck to, like, that kind of humor that him and, like, his group tend to do. And it's like, I'm having to hold back certain comments, because I know they're not okay. At a burger today, and I felt like it stuffed me so bad, I'll roll out of my room. I've mentioned how, at the moment, I order food because I can get it basically put into a paid-off system, right? Which is not good. It's not how you should do stuff. But it's because I literally have no money for food. So, I've been doing this for a little while, right? And what's super fucking funny about it is that, like, I'll get a few burgers at once. I ordered like 3, I talked about this the other day, but like I ordered 3 burgers like at one time, and I'm like, I am absolutely chock-a-block. I am full as fuck from this. And I ate that shit over hours. And I was still like, my stomach feels bad. It's pain. I am still someone that can eat probably 2 burgers though, and like, walk away fairly fine. I'll be honest, sometimes the way you talk about food, the donations seem like charity. As when I do a charity stream, it's like, hey guys, we're doing a charity. What's the charity? Me. No. We're, feeding the poor. No, I mean, like, it's... Yeah. I can't see shit. See, you know it's not a Mr. Beast video because we're only wanting to feed 1 person and not, like, several hundred. Due to recent backlash, we're gonna be re-blinding 1,000 people. The poor streamer. Yeah, exactly. Dude, you know, you need to look after your local streamer, right? It's just how it is. They need, like, attention, occasionally food. Most of the time, they need, like, a lot of attention, actually. Let's be honest, the fucking most streamers, that is 90% their shtick. Oh, what did I see recently about that? I can't remember. No, there was something I saw recently that was just, like, concerning. Saying this stuff makes me sound like a massive asshole. I mean... And? We're all assholes here, let's be honest. For the lols, but this month I fucked up so hard. Oh, look. Don't feel like you ever need to donate. I do get it. You've said it, so it is funny still. There you go. You've achieved the meme. Look, again, that's why I say, like, this... The last, like, especially this month has been very, very hard, because I just got fucked over last month. And I was... Yeah, it's carryover. Should be better, though. If Malith was in the feeding the poor Mr. Beast video, the whole vid would be Malith holding up the line for food and emptying out the truck, eating anything in sight the whole time, barking at people who get close to the food. I would be better than that, I would like to think. I would like to think that I would share a little bit. To be fair, I have used the quote, Joey doesn't share food, a few times, which may be an old reference for a few of you, now that I think about it. Joey doesn't share food! Yeah, no, I have to ask the question, do any of you fucking know what that's from? To be fair, that series is probably still on fucking rerun, so there's actually a good chance. I'd assume Malith would share the food with everyone and just starve off camera. See, no, that's actually more likely. I'm guessing Friends? Yeah, Friends. God, how much that series has been put on reruns and shit. It's got so many dumb quotes too. Like pivot. Threw my sandwich away. We were on a break. Ross is the source of a lot of the memes, actually, now that I think about it. He's a funny guy. What can I say? Here's Ross guy. He's a really funny guy. Alright. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it. Man, maybe I really should start having, like, coffees in the morning. See if that does anything. Probably not, because again, fuck my biology. Shit doesn't work. Can't have shit in Detroit. And this is when, like, some first-time viewer comes in and goes like, wait, you're from Detroit? You sound like you're Australian. And I just get tilted in every which way I could possibly be. Why? Yeah, why not? Don't do that. You'll like, you get addicted to caffeine, and then you'll have the effect on you maybe for the first week. See, that's the thing. I don't get addicted to stuff. And like, realistically, you wanna know what the real problem with wanting a coffee is? You'll become Noxy. You know what the real problem is I'd have to have a fucking jug out here, because I can't just go in before stream and make a coffee, because, bitch, that's fucking, no. I am making a coffee at, like, 5 in the morning, when I would get fucking stabbed. Can't believe my streamer's from Detroit and never told me. Yeah. Also, I don't want to become Noxy. Why would I want that? Noxy's stinky. Alright. I should probably heal Cloud Zone, realistically. But, you know, lazy. I just want my levels, man. You don't get to pick whether you become Noxy or not. It also means that I have to have smaller boobs than I currently do, and that's not okay. I gotta keep my, like, kinda man-whore energy a little bit around. Sure, I've, like, grown up from those times, but hey. Where's the coffee? Malith after 2 kg, still half asleep. Oh, fuck no. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. Say that to her face. I know you're not afraid of doing that, but I just think it would be fun. I've done it on stream! Again, it's what true friendship is. True friendship is, the guy telling his girlfriend that, he's got bigger boobs, and then both laughing because he is telling the truth. Dude, I've also got a way better ass than she does. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm dummy thick. Actually, this reminds me of a conversation I was having the other day with a friend of mine, right? It's like, I've talked before how I'm much more of someone that's into, like, lean, and petite, right? Like, that's much more, like, if I had the opportunity, I would morph my body that way, right? 100%. That's just peak to me. So I was talking with a friend that does actively, like, do that, right? Nearly choked on the ass, dude. You nearly choked on my ass? What? I mean, fair. But, like, they were going, oh, like, you just do, like, smaller weights and you do, like, more rep stuff. And I'm like, okay, I know you're trying to help, and I really appreciate it. But there's a reason why I'm saying, if I do it, so, to anyone that doesn't know, this is really funny. How my body works is, if I do any, like, active effort to build muscle in any way, I go really big with muscle. It just, that is how my body works. The only reason my legs have kind of lean muscle is because all I do is walk places. I don't actively exercise it, I just walk places a lot. The last time I actively exercised, my thighs got, like, way more intense. My, calves just got fucking rock solid and built out, like, way more. I do, like, a couple of reps with my weights, like, a week. Right? I don't do much. And anytime I do that, it is noticeable I've done any exercise. Like, it's very noticeable. Which is, again, why I kind of want to go to the gym, but I kind of don't, because I don't have the money to fucking afford to replace my clothing. Because that's the actual issue. Because almost all the clothing I have is, like, just on the, like, cusp of not fitting me sometimes. If I exercise properly, that shit ain't gonna fit. My body builds muscle way too easily for its own good. So, there's your, like, little funny, fucking, I guess, fact of the day. It's so weird. I've tried really hard at doing, like, lean muscle. Doesn't work. I've also got really broad shoulders, as we've said before, so you know. Mouth trivia? Don't worry, this will only be on the quiz. I hope you're writing notes! I'm sure your body would react good to a vegetarian diet then. I have tried to go on like plant-based diets. Do you want to know why I can't? And it's not for any other reason than just like most of the protein-giving plant-based subsidiaries fuck me up. Like worse than pizza does. Like chickpeas and stuff like that, I can't have. I suffer for days if I do. It is misery, and it sucks because I have genuinely considered how if I do that. Don't worry, your words are getting engraved on the top of my cell. I read that initially as top of your cell, and I'm like, you're in prison? Actually, that would make sense. What if, like, all of this is just a fever dream, and it's just, like, I'm a guy staring at a wall in a prison cell, pretending to play games, while all the inmates just watch me for entertainment? Is that what's really happening? Is this all just a dream? Are we even real? Eggs, yogurt, lentils, beans. Yeah, so lentils, beans, I can't do. Can do eggs, obviously. I do enjoy egg. And yogurt, that's a mixed bag for me sometimes. Yeah, the voices in your head. I'm good. I'm good for now. You'll wake up after you win the Pokemon League. Oh, Jesus. That reminds me, when's ZA coming out again? It's in November, right? Okay, I'm gonna actually pose a question to y'all, because y'all will be able to give me, like, a better answer on this. Do we want to actually get the next Pokemon game? After everything that Nintendo and Pokemon have been doing recently, there is a part of me that kind of doesn't want to now. You know? And it's... But also, this isn't the mainline company. So, there's an argument there, but it's also... That needs to be to figure this out so quickly, but a little correction, you're in a straitjacket in the padded room, watched by doctors from behind the glass panel. Oh! We Pirate Gen 3 and run randomizers. That's tempting. So Speed Plus just got maxed out there, yeah. Is there a benefit to this leveling up? I don't think there is. I mean, since you're not really a fan of the series, I can easily see you skipping it. Well, that's the thing. I love Legends. Legends Arceus invigorated my desire to play Pokemon. Like, I absolutely cannot stress enough how much I loved Legends Arceus. And while this game does look like a little bit of a step down in some regards, it's still another Legends game, and I'm, like, really tempted for that, but, like... Again, it's a hard one. That's why I was like putting forward the idea of like what y'all would think towards it. Like, if it wasn't a Legends game, yeah, I'd probably skip it. I'd probably skip it without much of a thought. Because keep in mind, right, well, I am a very big fan of Pokemon franchise. I'm just not a fan of Nintendo and the companies, and the Pokemon company, because of their, like, kinda scummy actions as a reason. That is the issue I have. Hello, Pokemon here. What timing? Not excited about it, but also not against it. That's fair. And it's a hard one, right? Like, I really like the idea of playing it. But I really don't want to support, like, the companies. Some of the companies involved. That's the pain of it all, right? From Pokemon first gen. So I was like, whatever, do what you want. God damn it, I was like trying to fucking sound out for ideas. Whether I should or not. And y'all are just supportive. That's how... God damn it. I mean, it's just literally gonna be like, I'll see when the game comes out. If I've got the spare money, if I've got all that, right? Why is my audience not a bunch of haters? Yeah, pretty much. You'll bully me the rest of the time, but when I ask you guys questions, you're all really reasonable and leave it up to me. You fucking suck. Sorry for not being toxic fans trying to force our opinion on you. But when you try and get weird programmer socks, one of these days you'll win that fight, Sweeb, I'll tell you that. We're not the dominant and overly sadistic chat you dreamed of. Get out of my head. You can't fulfill your fetish. Hey now. What if not fulfilling my fetish is my fetish? Doesn't that become like a paradox? Is by not fulfilling the fetish, you're fulfilling the fetish. So am I gaining the pleasure of their fetish or not? Well, fuck, yeah. I caught you in the web of... The web of fetish? Yeah, we'll go with that. There we go. So you like edging your fetish? That's... Yep. Yep. It's just edging, oldest thing in the book. You edging on stream. God damn it. Hey guys, welcome back to another edging stream. Today, I can't even commit to that bit. That's too much. That's too much for me. I'm sorry. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. To be fair, I woke up to a message from a friend that has been, like, fairly regularly messaging me, asking for advice and just kind of been using me a bit of as a, like, brick wall that actually can talk back, right? And I quote, with one of the messages they sent me, I quote, and this is the best part of it, is like, thank you for the sounding. Hair sounding. Getting into that, don't interrupt like that. Wait, am I now edging chat? With my edging joke? How many levels of edge is there? Now, do I need to explain sounding, by the way? Or are we good? Can we, like, move past that? More than, there are edges in the game. Damn. Elaborate, explain. There's no way y'all don't know what sounding is. Do I need to really explain sounding? Oh god. How do I explain sounding without getting fucking, like, my channel deleted? Oh, now my body's reacting to the imagery of sounding, trying to explain it. Oh, it sent a shiver down my spine. Like, just so you know what sounding is, just roughly, at least, this is something you would need to search in, like, incognito mode. Okay, I'll explain it briefly. It's when, for sexual purposes, the guy inserts, foreign objects into their urethral tract. Please tell me that's enough for you guys to understand why it's like, searching it up normally, please no. You don't want that in your search history. I looked that up. Yeah. Y'all remember that one episode in The Boys with the guy that turns really small? That's sounding. If you click on the 3 points, the thing you can report on. No! Oh, so that's what it's called? Yeah, that's sounding. Not to be confused with docking. Docking is something else. Looking up docking. Oh, what was the best explanation I ever heard of docking ever? It's when you have two people with hoodies. And the one person folds back their hoodie and the other person... Oh, like, no, that person folds back their hoodie and puts their... goes into the other person's hoodie. Like, the hood area of it. There you go, that's docking. It's a really terrible explanation, but hey. Anyway, you're sounding arrogant. God damn it. Look, I advertise as an educational stream. I like informing people and helping them learn. Sometimes that happens to be about things that nobody wanted to know. I can't wait for people to walk away from today's stream. It's like, oh, so what'd you watch today? Oh, I watched a guy talking about sounding and docking. Well, he was running around in a very fleshy looking area. You know what? This is probably not... This is why my brain's thinking this right now, isn't it? There we go. If YouTube just casually shadow bans your army account. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, it's that. You disgust me. So that's what it's called. You're learning so much today. Yeah, it's upsetting when YouTube just does the shadow ban stuff. I can't even do anything about it either. And yeah, no, YouTube does just shadow ban. It's so weird. Seen so many times, never knew how to filter it out. So. Don't know why either, it just auto-deletes the messages I send on my main account. I'd be sad, but they've done it once already. I don't know why. Yeah, again, YouTube's not exactly the best communication place, and I hate that we're in the era of Karen with YouTube. I'm sure y'all know about that as well, right? The era of Karen, where basically if something goes wrong, instead of actually talking with YouTube support, you go to Twitter and ping their support Twitter accounts and just complain at them constantly. Last time I couldn't write the name of the Twitter artist on YouTube for some reason. Yeah, it's not good either that there's not sometimes, it won't give you any feedback on what's going on as well. Like, the fact that messages can just not turn up for me and you're like, why are you not seeing the messages? And it looks like they're there for you. It's shitty. That's one of my biggest gripes with like how YouTube handles a lot of that. The first time I sent them mail where I asked why it is, they found nothing and it started working again. Yeah, sounds about right. Not help with very simple problems unless you can play publicly. Not always, but very often. It's just really shitty. The one part of YouTube that is superior is that it doesn't censor the 3-letter words starting ending with M compared to Twitch. Twitch has some much harder censor things, but I can most of the time tweak those. It just requires me to tab in and out, right? It's just got a much more strict baseline. I think it works on channels where I'm mod at least. Yeah, I mean that's... I'm pretty sure you get overriding with a lot of that sort of stuff. That makes sense. It's the same with like how certain things will give you like priority. Devil, don't tease clap too much. That's literally what you're doing there too. Oh my god. You're banned, but not as free modding person. Yeah. At least Twitch tells you that the message was not sent. Yes, that is the biggest thing. That's like, there's no feedback on YouTube's end. There's just nothing. Like, even I've had moments where I've gone to a stream, I've sent a message, and I've just not seen it turn up, and I'm like, what? Why not? Then I would send it slightly differently worded, and then it would come up, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just like, fuck me, I guess. Can you let through that one? Is it still within scope? Give me a sec, I'll have to tab. There. Where is the material at? God, Knights of Round takes a while. Quadra Magic's almost already done, and Knights of Round hasn't gone up by 1 level. Fuck. That's kind of rough. Like, what could I possibly do is probably sleep on it, relaunch my PC again, and change all the tabs now to the alt back. Yeah, I don't know the answer to how it would be best sorted. I think that's also like the problem, is it's just so fucking weird. Alright. So now that means that Neo Bahamut is maxed out. Knights of Round went up by A level, which is good. Quadra Magic's nearly there. Is there anything else I want to... W Magic, technically, I guess? Just funny, because there's not even any magic equipped to that at the moment, I'm pretty sure. I thought one time YouTube thinks I'm a bot, right? Because I sub to a lot of people, because you gotta support your small creators. It's always cool to see that. Like, I know a lot of people that will just, like, turn up and go like, hey, just want to support you because you're a small creator, and I think that's cool. I feel bad that I'm not one of those kinds of people, typically. Not for any grand reason, by the way. I'm just... I guess just call me lazy. I barely watch content creators. In general. Like, I watch only YouTube, really, and I do not watch streams. Start getting mad. To be fair, there's like a VTuber that turns up every other day, right? Have 4 other streams open for today? Hell yeah. Oh, I mean, I do need to kick my ass with some work that I need to get done, though. I was thinking about this, like, all week, is that I'm gonna probably spend a good chunk of this weekend working on my game again. Just an asshole that doesn't like supporting people, simple. That's fair. Sounds about right for me. I watch actively about 2 streamers and you're one of them. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a strange one when I think about it, because it's like, I don't have any grand reasoning as to why I do and don't watch stuff. I try and watch streamers when I can, but it's also... If I'm not watching a stream from the beginning, there's a part of my brain that's not happy. And I also like second monitor content, and I feel when I'm watching a stream, I'm less inclined to do second monitor with them, because there's a sense of I have an obligation in my head that I should be engaging. Whereas if I watch a VOD, then obviously you can't. And I know that's not how that works, but you know. I'm the only one I'm bummed for today is the guy I mod for is not working. And that's because channel privilege. Like, don't get me wrong, I pop into, like, a couple of people from time to time, like Shy Lily, Iron Mouse and such like that, just people that I've watched for a really long time. Just gonna get rid of this Omni Slash, because it's kind of just, like, sitting there. Kill this dude very unnecessarily, hard. Oh. What was the most recent stream I watched? I think I watched a bit of Bao recently. I used to watch Aura a lot more as well, and it's just purely, that's because I could watch her for like an hour or so before stream started. But, obviously, daylight savings change sort of stuff. Like, all the way through the mid-year, that doesn't line up anymore. Whereas, literally, this coming weekend, no. Not this weekend, next weekend, it's changing again. And I should be able to actually watch people again. Which will be nice. That'll be a good time. God, these are gonna take forever to get finished off. I don't think we're probably finishing Knights of Round, but realistically, I don't think we need to. Right? Oh, no, you know one thing I do struggle with personally, and this is purely because I'm an idiot. So I watch pretty much all of my YouTube on a private account, not on, like, my Malith account. And the people in the house, they actually have access to my accounts, but, like, they don't watch on my account or my Malith account, they watch on another one, because I have YouTube Premium, so it means they can watch without ads. I think that's part of the issue why I don't tend to watch YouTube, like, streams on, like, most of the time, because if I see them probably on my, like, personal account, and, for example, with, Yawa, I always try and, like, pop by her streams when I can, when I do see them. But that requires me to quickly switch my accounts over. Which, I know it's a really low bar argument, but it's like, it's a little finicky, especially on my phone. So I think that's also why I tend not to watch a lot of streams, because I'm like, which account do I watch it on? Because if it's someone that I know, but they don't know that account, or I would prefer for them to not, like, prefer for me to not accidentally advertise that account. Because that account is just literally for me to watch YouTube. That is it. It holds no grand purpose, and it means that I can keep that private and separate from things. That's why I use YouTube from different browsers, even on my phone. Having two alts that I actively use to do bits with a different streamer. Well, I mean, like, I have 4 accounts for YouTube, I think. Base, Malith, VTube, Game, and then a private one that gets used for inside. That was used as an experiment, failed like, it failed somewhat. I learned all the information I needed from that experiment, and then the account's just been sitting there, not used. So, them wanting to use it and not affect my stuff, it's like, cool, this works. Means that you can have your feed tailored to the TV, basically. Which does remind me, I do need to sort out my subscription money, because that is going to run out soon. And it's like caught me right at the awkward time again of in between some points. Y'all know that feeling, right? Where it's like, oh, we're gonna give you a bill at the worst possible timing. It's always the worst possible timing. I have this, my main. 3 alts, 2 for one streamer, and 3rd for another streamer. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think we wait till we see Quadra Magic, and then we leave it at that. God, it's so hard to target these things correctly sometimes. Ugh, the pain. I mean, if we want to really shit on YouTube for a little bit, I'm sure you guys have seen the fact that they're going to be rolling out, like, AI-generated content on YouTube. Like, actively you can generate the content on YouTube. That is, sadly enough, also getting rolled out in my country as one of the first ones. So I can't wait to basically ask YouTube to not show me anything from that. Not for the fact that you can change your username on YouTube only twice per 2 weeks. I would only have 2 alt Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it makes sense why they limited it, though. AI edging videos. Look. I've said before, I'm not against the concept of AI in a lot of context. I see it as a very useful tool when used correctly. I just have a lot of problems with generative AI, things like that. It just feels so uncomfortable. YouTube's already modifying existing videos with AI without asking permission. Yep. I mean, we've also got, like, the auto, dubbing, right? Which I had to turn that off immediately. Again, we need to, like, acknowledge what the problem is with a lot of this stuff, and it's like, it is... All AI does, especially when it's handled the way it is it just feeds on itself and it creates worse and worse content, right? Yeah, that Oshinoko character? Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't love Ai from Oshinoko? Like, she is such an impactful character. Like, you love her so much, it's like a knife in the gut. You know what I mean? Anyway. Moving on from that. Oh, that reminds me, I do need to look up some stuff quickly, after stream. How many elixirs do I have left? I have 2 exactly. Oh, these are the last 2 that I get to do this with then. Alright. W magic. Yeah. Ugh. W magic is dumb. It's probably the best we're gonna get with all of our leveling then. Oops, materia. So W magic is done. Quadra magic's really far along though, but we don't have any more elixirs. I could steal some and dupe them if I must, but I don't want to. I think we've already kind of hit the capping point. The 7th month, the manga chapter, and never again. Damn, that was great. Yeah. Well, don't worry, you guys know the theory, right, with Oshinoko? A really fucked up, like, weird theory that exists. That I'm gonna be hesitant about talking about too much because I don't want to talk about spoilers. But I will talk about, like, this element of it. It's like there's a fan theory that is getting a little too close to being possible. That is based on if, per se, perchance, you might say, if perchance, the two main characters were to get together, that they could reproduce I. And that theory has fucked me up. Okay, so we're not gonna re-add that one. Enemy skill, double cut, add effect, Hades, and then that's magic counter there. Oshinoko has ended already. Has it finished properly? Okay. I haven't caught up to its finish. I just remember some of the last stuff that was happening in it. Kind of sad that the author got tired of it and decided to shoot it in the back of the head. Yeah, I did hear that, like, they did get tired of it. That does make me sad, because, again, like, Oshinoko was geared up to be such a fascinating, like, chain of events occurring constantly. Which is why I really liked it. But I understand it as well. Like, if you're not got creative interest in something, it's probably best not to force it. Like, I genuinely think that author is really good. Because they're also the same author that's done, like, a lot of my other favorites that they've out there. They're always really good at doing really interesting characters and character-driven stories. No, it's an unpopular opinion, but I kind of like the ending. It's disappointing, sure, but works. I mean, in a sense, that kind of, yeah, makes sense for what was being done to me. I don't know, like, again, I heard the ending was getting disappointing. I didn't know if the ending itself was disappointing. I know a lot of people weren't happy with how it quite went. But like, in a sense, that story should never end happy. Like, it should not end in a, like, a good note. It should never have, like, an actual good ending that makes sense, right? Because those characters were fucked up, and, like, they were awful people. But I probably am not the right person to comment, because, again, I haven't seen or read the ending, and I probably like the series more than a reasonable person should. So, alright. Alright. I think we're done with grinding for now. I think this is literally our end. I think we're set up to go in and just kill, right? You don't know? Fair, I won't say anything else then. Yeah, like, I'll get to it at some point. Whether the anime ever gets there or not. If I don't know, have we had another season of Oshinoko anime confirmed or not? It wouldn't surprise me with the way that the series went in the end if we don't. But I would like it if we do. Because, again, it's a series I probably would prefer to finish via... In the gay way. I love that song so much. You've just reminded me of something, actually, Max. I need to write it down. Here we go. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I don't know what the author's gonna do. Do we know what the author's doing next, though? I haven't actually looked that up, either. Or are they, like, taking a break, potentially? Brr, are you chilly? Are you there, Yawa? Also, hey, yeah. How's it going? This is it. Alright, this is the last dance. We finally made it here. Well, shall we get going? Let's just get this over with. Being with you all isn't so bad. No, just brr. Fair enough. But hi, how's it going? Hope all is well. It feels like we made it as far as we can. Yeah, it's cause, this is the end of the game. Let's... I guess it's time. Let's get going. Alright, everyone. Let's mosey. Damn, again? I'm saying it like a wimp. Can you say move out or something? Everything still hurts? Wait, why are you hurting? I hope you're all good. It's glad to hear that it's a fluffy day today so far, but... Move out. What? Look, it's the number. Ah, fuck, they're coming in full force. Jim, Yep, no, I understand that. I understand that well. Cloud, you go first. You go first. Sorry, there we go. Okay, I'm going alone. Shut up. It won't do us no good with everyone back here. Barrett's right. You take 2 of us with you and go first. The rest of them catch up later. Is this like a practice run before the final battle? Yeah, a major practice run. I'm fine with that. It's probably more fun than meeting Sephiroth down there. This might be fun to pass time. So I'm gonna have to select my final team. They're coming. They're already on the floor next to us. Cloud, hurry up and make up your mind. Yeah, I am changing team. You are asking me to go like more than 10 levels down and ungeared on all of these characters. I'm good, thanks. Was not half the educational bit. Oh, don't remind me. Look, it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. All of you. Later. We'll meet up later. Alright. Team of only chocobos? That actually sounds amazing. Couldn't you beat Sephiroth of only Choco Mog? Oh. Okay, there are fights. I was going to question that. What the fuck is you? Is it? What is it doing? Ah, bright light. What is going on? Why am I getting the THX logo, but with a question mark? I learned Pandora's the fuck's Pandora's box? I know what it is in mythology. What the f is it here? It can only cast it once per file. Oh yeah, this is the thing that can only cast it once per file because of the bug, right? Yeah, don't... Final boss giant question mark. I can't wait for a final boss to just be like a box of pink and black checkered. It's gravity magic, I think? Okay. Well, I got it, and I got it on all of my currently equipped things. Which is good. Oh god, this is quite the path to navigate. Oh, look at this guy! Oh, my poor man, you have activated my trap card. I'm just gonna put the controller down while this plays. You need Final Fantasy Premium to unlock the final boss. Oh my god, if Final Fantasy was made by, like, Ubisoft. Or EA. You want the Knights of Round? No, you don't go unlock that shit. You go pay for DLC. Iron Giant, yeah. It's the big boy. Do you think it's dead? It's still going. This animation takes so long to play. It's so epic, but it's so unnecessary. Save Aerith DLC meme below. If you get enough tissues, you can save Aerith before she dies. Not Final Fantasy Premium. You telling me you wouldn't pay for Final Fantasy Premium? Oh, the fool, he's activated the trap card again. That's his own fault at this point. He hit me, alright? It's self-defense. Imagine getting brought up in court and you say it's in self-defense and this is what you do to someone. You summon the Holy Knights, and they just beat up a guy. To be fair, I mean, this paying for Final Fantasy Premium is basically paying for, like, Final Fantasy 14, right? Which I have done that. I have played Final Fantasy 14 for, like, 4 or 5 months. Trying to remember, it's however long the base game gives you and then one lot of 3 months afterwards is what I paid for. I'd love to go back to Final Fantasy 14. I really would, but it's just so hard to justify. Your Honor, the use of an RPG nuclear weapons as well as an auto bombardment was down on self-defense. Your Honor, you weren't even there. You wasn't even there. You wasn't even there. Watch how this guy attacks me again like a dumbass. Oh, no. Oh, no, he hit me. Mistake made, fool. As part of the speedrun, by the way, all the enemies here are random. Oh, God. So, if I'm assuming you want Pandora's box, so you have to be, like, super lucky. Your Honor, he had a knife. You killed him with the power of the sun. I was scared. Imagine. No enemies on the first screen, but you can get just like one on every step. Oh, that would be foul. I'm already gonna run out of mana before the final fight, because this is already gonna mean that we can't cast this attack again. Your Honor, Your Honor, you've never shit your pants. You wasn't even there. I'm just gonna pull out a no you card at court. It'll be fine. Where are we? What's that? Your Honor, he was actually Zack Flair in disguise. Genova. It's coming. Oh god, we're going straight into a boss fight? Can I show that on, stream? I have Arthur in my pants, exactly. It's like, Your Honor, if you really want to fight me on this one, I will summon King Arthur and his knights again. I'm taking this fight very seriously, because I don't know if I should be or not. Surely this will be fine. I think 87 hours of full story playthrough. I have 17 hours as of disc 1. I mean, I'm like just shy of 80 hours now, and I'm at the end of the game. But I've been also fucking around a lot. That's also not technically including the amount of resets I've had to do to the weapons. You already had a sounding tool. I'll be honest, if someone tried to attack me with a sounding tool, I would definitely react pretty obscenely. I think that's summoning the knights around is probably a very, very normal reaction at that point. Graduated top of his class and he's a very excellent lawyer. Oh my god, wait, am I gonna summon Arthur, the fucking Knights of Round to be my lawyers? Oh, I just killed it. Oh, okay, well I guess that wasn't a proper boss yet. So that was, yeah. Alright. Raggy. Raggy. Down we go, I guess. Are we falling into the center of the planet? That's probably not good. Light. A light. Is this fantasy? Caught in a landslide? No escape from reality? Oh, fuck! Oh, my nose! Sid? God damn. So we're all here? Oh. Ruh-roh. Sephiroth. Activate no. Oh. Is this Sephiroth? Power. My body. I can't control my body. The game Aerith holy water and stone form. Oh no, it's not Gamer Girl bathwater, but solidified. Oh. My front legs hind legs. My tail is about to rip off. This is definitely not good. He's way out of our league. I don't know if I can go on. Everyone else is struggling, but he's just like, yeah. Cloud. There. It's there. Cloud? Holy. It's there. Holy mightier is shining. Ares' prayer is shining. Holy Ares. It's not over yet. This isn't the end yet. Alright, we're picking our final team, it looks like. Hi, how are you? I'm alright. Don't forget me. I'm sorry, we're in a cutscene. Calm. Oh, I straight up, this is the game telling me, for the love of God, equip everything, like, restore everything, like, get everything done. Can I use a tent here? I can't, damn. I mean, fuck it, everyone's topped up, right? This is the best we get, I think. Alright. I don't think I change anything. This is arguably one of the, like, things I could change here. But it should be fine. This is probably gonna be useless. Barrett is just a stat stick of bunch of random shit going on. Yuffie is like the one I care a lot about. She's gonna be... Yeah, like, arguably there's a point to be made. Barrett could probably have... Instead of this, I'm going to put on W item. Just so I can use more items. In the middle of the fight. You'll probably kill this in like one hit. Look, I'm not disputing that in the slightest. We may or may not have as maxed out shit as possible. Pretty much. Alright. Let's go. Split... Wait, what? Split your allies into 3 groups. Please make a party of 3. Wait, what? Oh, I have to... Are these, like, backup things? Wait, what's going on? These guys are gonna be so fucking weak. You don't need to switch? I'm assuming this is, like, backup parties, right? It asks you to join the fight, but it's optional. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna... These two can be sitting in the corner being edgy. Let's go, everyone. We're not gonna lose. Eris is here. Everyone is here. Cloud is here with us. There's still a lot for us to do. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna see it through to the end for our future and that of the planet. I understand now, Grandpa. This is my mission. I won't let the life stream or the planet wither away. Eris' memories. Our memories. We came to tell you our memories. Come, planet. Show us your answer. And Sephiroth, to the settling of everything. Ruh-roh. Alright. What the fuck is that? Okay. Again, I'm taking this a very slow and serious way. Very slow and very serious. Bye, bitch. Bizarro Sephiroth. Kind of feels like that. Anyway, let's... Okay, so some of it's not taking damage currently. Its belly is not taking damage. Bolt 3? Yeah, he cast Bolt 3. This is the response he's getting. Is bizarre. Okay. Huh. Much like Bizarro and Superman. Yeah. That's why it's only 0. Ah, isn't pulled. Yeah, that would fix it. All right. So we've killed like a bunch of the things. I don't know. Cloud limit break is activated. Should have. I think I may have underestimated it. Not really. Bizarro energy. Oh, here's the music. Hey, it's your boy. I think this fight's gonna be a bit of a joke. This needs a while to load. It's a model and a half, to be fair. Can we just see what happens if I Omni-slash? Shame we probably ain't seen Supernova today. Yeah, I have a bad feeling we might get through this fight a little quicker than I think the game's intending. God, this music though. Even I know this music. What if Bahamut 8? We do have to do the Bahamut 8 times. We do actually have to do that though. Barrett, you can just chill for a second while I do this. We do have to go through an ultimate endcast, eh? It does have some resistance. It did cast a resistance effect on itself, right? So, maybe it's not gonna die easily. Right? Surely it doesn't just die. He's not surviving that. Please tell me I didn't just kill the final boss with a fucking counter attack. Oh, please tell me he's not just dead already. No. I want to hope that he survives the counterattack so I can at least cast the Bahamut fucking 8 times. Please. Yes! Oh, yes! He survived that enough! Oh, let's go! I have overdone the damage by such a margin of... You're trying to obtain godhood, Sephiroth. Bow before the real one. Oh, you may think this is like, ah, cool, you're doing one attack. This is great. This is... So, how much damage does this do? Okay, it does about 4k damage. We're doing that again. Roll it back. The music makes it so much better. I know this is supposed to be... No, you know what the best part is? I know this music's supposed to put the fear of God into me. I'm dealing with the big boss god-like entity. This is my music. This isn't Sephiroth's music at this point. This is what every enemy has heard when I have approached them. Let's run it back again. Oh, this is great. I can just leave the controller on the desk and nothing. I don't need to involve myself. So we spent a month for though. I love it. This is so good. So I'm under the theory that this is Genova. I don't disagree with that. I think, again, it would require me to sit down for a long time and give a good answer. Feel like next time we do it in the super boss after the final boss chief. We are the super boss now. Watching a fight of Dr. Monahan versus a regular street criminal. Let's run it back again. We're still in the first cast, by the way, technically. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. Leveling up at 8 is kind of pointless. Yeah, I've heard very loose stuff about like what I need to actually be doing in 8. So I know a little bit of direction, and that's about all I've looked into, because that's kind of all I need to know is like whether or not I need to change my angle of approach. So fucking dumb. He ain't destroying our solar system. This is how I protect the world. Let's run it back again. Okay, that I think was the last cast of it, technically. Oh, we're so fucking beyond dumb at this point. Oh man, I love turning up to the final boss fight and being the actual final boss. I've seen you've gone insane now. Maybe. Just maybe. This is only dealing 4k, by the way. That's the funny part. Fucking Yuffie has, like, maxed out magic. She is actually really high standard. He's just put on, like, because I believe he's probably got insane resistances, but he's also put on a resistance effect. So, like, I think he actually is taking less yeah, barrier is doing a lot of work for him here. But also, I don't think it matters. Are we... We're still not done yet. We're still going. We're still going. Also, let's see. 1, what alcohol should I buy? 2, why do men love me, but women say I'm peak brother material? Because women don't understand your charm. To the second one, alcohol. I mean, I'm thinking of whiskeys. Like, I'm trying to think of a good one off the top of my head. Red label's not too bad. We're still going, for fuck's sakes. I'm still not actually taking a turn. It's so fucking long. This combo is so dumb. This combo is so dumb. Oh. I mean, it depends. Do you want fruity or do you want like a good solid taste? Because I have one that I'll always love as my favorite because it's like a very high percentage alcohol, but it's like, I don't know if it'd even be available to you. But no, red label should be a solid choice. Yeah, I'll send it via DM quickly. Finally, a turn has begun. Let's run it back! Preferably fruity? Okay, I'll send you one that might not be available to you, but it would be good if you could get, because it's my favorite. Because there's a bunch of different Southern Comforts, but Southern Comfort 100 Pure is my favorite whiskey because it's like a 50%, but it's like really nice. It's older brother, even if I am younger and alcohol is now and then drink. I'm drinking what at the moment? Hell yeah. Yeah, no, we're running it back. This is... At what point in time do we actually feel bad for Sephiroth? Having to be on the receiving end of my fucking punishment to him. But yeah, Southern Comfort 100 Pure is like my personal whiskey of choice because it's something that just about everyone can have, but you have to be very cautious because again, it is a 50% alcohol. We bully the weak. True, we do bully the weak here. I do love how he's like flown up a little bit to like clearly do an animation for a big epic attack. I don't know if I'm gonna let him. Torturing an ant with a magnifying glass? Yeah. I do love this, so great. So great. So dumb. So fucking dumb. It's so dumb. What have I done? We're actually just being cruel at this point. This is supposed to be such an epic boss fight, meanwhile I'm being a complete ass. Also, question, right? So, Sephiroth's supposed to be called the One-Winged Angel. What the fuck are those on his legs then? Bitch, you've got like 7 wings. You know, the 7-winged angel, not the One-Winged Angel. Fucking, this is so dumb. This is actually so dumb. Those legs, but they're wings. I mean, he's basically biblically accurate fucking angels. They're flaps, I see. The one wing is the sword. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Mime. I forgot I have mime. Do you think he survives this? And if he does, do you think he survives this mime? Oh, I hope y'all really enjoy these animations because we're gonna be seeing them for a fucking while. Yeah, this is a turn-based game based around me, fuckhead. Just let him cast a supernova. No. This is my game. I get to make the choices. Brother is dying to 100 tiny stings. My man is going to fucking suffer. And it's even better because there is actually no cap to how much I can do this. Because I could just, well, no. There's a cap to how many times I can do this with the, like, multi-summoning off one summon effect. But I can just keep infinitely summoning. 20% of the stream is the animations. I remember saying this boss fight is gonna be like 5-10 minutes and most of that's gonna be animation time. I'm guessing I wasn't fucking wrong. It's still going! It's still fucking going! Oh no! At what point in time is this a fucking problem? I am the danger. This game, entire game is this animation actually a reflection on life? Oh my god, I can't. It's so fucking dumb. I want to, like, revel in the epicness, but it's too much of the time is spent fucking firing orbital lasers. For fuck's sakes, we're not done. He's already dead, but the game has to process all the cards. That's the thing, we actually know that's how that works. I am actually finding, like, a sickly elderly person and just fully pulling up on them with a militia. And this is coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb energy right at this point. Like, I'd like to see Sephiroth try and respond. Oh, you're gonna do 9,999 damage? Cool, I still get to resurrect for free. Like 5 times. Are we the bad guys? With the amount of fucking damage I've done? Probably. Oh, he got to take an action. I'm gonna give him a break. He hit me, this is his fault. The promo said of local policemen shouting away homeless vagabond. Pretty much. Look, he hit me, this is his own fault. He did 500 damage. Mans is actually trying his best out here. Wait, did he do damage? I don't see any health missing. Or did it get absorbed by the barrier? Exactly. I'm gonna give him a turn off from the Yuffie though. Yuffie is currently set up to do turbo. You get one turn, Sephiroth, to cast your, like, big epic attack. Oh, please tell me he's not already dead. God. Damn it. God. Oh, well, you know, he tried. Yeah, he tried. He tried. He tried his best. Motherfucker, he did how much damage to us that fight? Like, we came out of that fight full health.
This is all we could do.
Wait, what about Holy?
What's gonna happen to the planet? That, I don't know. Isn't the rest up to the planet?
You're right. We've done all that we could.
Alright, everyone. We did our best. That's it. Let's go home proud.
Like max 900 damage. It's under 1k. What happened?
I feel it.
What?
He's still here. Still.
Cloud?
He's laughing.
Cloud! Hey, yo, is this, Stargate? Or is this Doctor Who? Sephiroth like, bitch, you killed me too fast, we need a rematch. Hi, bitch. Are you really sure you want this fight, Sephiroth? Hang on a second, my stats look different. I think I'm missing materia. He might actually survive accidentally hitting me. Or it's just gonna give me Omni Slash. How you doing, Sif? You always have Omni Slash here? Ah, that makes sense. Damn, he got big ass boots.
Yo, it's pretty lights. Live stream.
Cloud, for fuck's sakes! Oh god, now I'm dying too.
Oh no, I'm not letting you die. You're like the closest I ever got to having sex. I think I'm beginning to understand.
What?
An answer from the planet. Promised Land. Think I can meet her there.
Yeah, let's go meet her. Meanwhile, I'm gonna suckle on your teat. Oh my god, the...
Hey, where is everyone?
Hey! Glad you're all safe.
They all seem to be safe too. But now, where are we gonna go? Where are we going to do? What are we gonna do? We should get moving soon. And this means that this place will... Oh, Lady Luck ain't failing me now.
Isn't that a ride? Motherfuckers, why did you crash into the... God damn it. And now we make it? Just in time? Hell yeah. Well, okay, maybe a little less just in time and a bit more in pieces.
Shit!
I'm sorry, he has another upgrade to the fucking ship? Motherfucker, can you stop having, like, emergency buttons? The flower girl. What the fuck? Well, so millions of people have died. Oh god, okay. Okay, that looks cool as shit. Still not stopping the problem yet?
Wait a damn minute. What's gonna happen to Mika? We can't let that happen.
I had everyone take refuge in the slums. But the way things are now...
It's too late for Holy. Meteor is approaching the planet. Holy is having the opposite effect. Forget Midgar. We've got to worry about the planet.
Okay.
What's that?
So that actually seems...
What the hell is that?
That looks like the planet's fighting back. Yeah.
The live stream.
Like it's actively fighting back now. This is what the ruby weapon looked like to the bystanders, though. I love that.
It's coming.
It's Malice live streams, exactly. It's all of the hours we've spent on this game and the live streams coming together, accumulating into being able to fucking beat this damn thing. Okay, that's cool as shit. That's so cool. But isn't that, like, potentially using up, like, spiritual life energy for protecting the planet? Like, using it? So that means, like, theoretically life is... Okay. Also, we means we can't keep using Mako because it's going to kill the planet, but, you know. Oh, there we go. We get the credits roll. Oh, shit. So I assume we beat the meteor and saved the day, except for now, at least, because now the world's going to be thrown into turmoil because we can't use Mako reactors. We have to redo everything from the ground up. God damn. Well, now we do our reflective thing, right? Where we think over the game, we talk on it, and we think about all of the stuff that led up to this moment. Yeah. So I've looked, by the way, this is, at least visually speaking, the original game. This is what you would have played on the PS2. Or play, I can't remember, whatever. This would have been what you would originally have played. PS2, PS1. Can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's PS1, maybe. And then all this retconned and Advent Children. Thanks. No, yeah, I did hear a bit about that. I will look into Advent Children eventually when I go to look at the remakes, I think, is what you need to do. Because, yeah, like, there's a, like, remastered and then there's the remake. This is not the either of those. The games look significantly better in both other versions. This is the older version. This is the original styled game. It is... So, thinking through that, this is what the game would have been when it hit its big popularity spike. It is no stretch to say this is probably the most influential Final Fantasy game in a global sense out of all of them, right? Proud of you, old man, for killing that guy. It was fun. See you another time. Bye. Catch you later, devil. So, to look at this game reflectively, outside of its age, which is like, that's the biggest fight this game actually has, this is an amazing game. Like, selecting, like, the navigating and all that sort of stuff, I think this is a phenomenal game if it wasn't for its age. Like, that's genuinely all I can think of. It has a lot of good and a lot of bad. It was an extremely ambitious idea. And I think they did an amazing job with what they were trying to do. I think I can see why the story spans so much extra content as well. The super boss drag is it down, but I like it. Yeah, I will definitely say the way the super bosses are handled in this feels kind of shitty. I want to stress the biggest thing this game has against it is the fact that, like, information is so not visual. Now, again, a lot of the older games had this in the sense that, like, you didn't technically see health bars of the enemies and all that. But the mechanics weren't as complex in a lot of those. This game had a lot more complexity, but it didn't, and it also stopped you from being able to even use sense on a lot of bosses, which made it way worse. Now, admittedly, I didn't actually get to see what the real boss fight looks like, basically, the final boss. I know about Supernova, roughly, just because I know that that's a very famous thing that's attributed to the One-Winged Angel. I'm glad I got to at least listen to the music, because God, that music is possibly one of the most famous pieces of Final Fantasy music of all time, outside of the victory jingle. The final boss is still rather easy. I mean, yeah, like, if we'd gone and fought it even before fighting the super bosses and doing all the farming up, we would probably had a little bit of problems, but, like, we would have still gone in with, like, level 80 characters and, like, decent gear. We have gone into this fight more than overcharged. We had, like, several ways of killing him over and over and over again. Like, we had the summons, we had the spells, we had everything, right? And Heartless Angel, but that's it. Yeah, Supernova's the big one. I assume that's just an obscene amount of, like, damage to the team, would be my thing. Heartless Angel, I think we saw, and it didn't do shit to us. But that's, again, just because we were, like, so far ahead and strong. Like, there's no other way to put it. 90% health, yeah, which is fine, because, like, I'll survive it. No, I'm really, really happy with this game. If I was to, like, actually go more critical on it, for the most part, the story, there isn't really anything I could talk about with the story. It is actually mainly gameplay problems, right? I think is what we'd look at with it. There are a couple of moments where the game, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, there's some moments where it just doesn't feel like you're given great direction with the game. And that's kind of a part of the idea, I guess, is that you do have openness in front of you, you have a bunch of things you can do, but also they can come back and bite you in the ass when it's too... Like, you do have to go somewhere, but you don't know. Also, here we go, last little bit before I do, like, real final statements on the game. We get a little bit. So 500 years later. Wait, Red Fox? Who the fuck does he fuck with, though? Like, we haven't seen any of his other clan. So Midgard is deserted, basically, it looks like. It's overgrown. Probably too much life force energy in that area, right? Interesting. Red 69. God damn it. I mean, that tells me very little, I'll be honest, that little end bit there. Like it will with all, yeah. So. What is this? Additional credits? Oh, because this is going to go through things a little bit more. Oh, the music. Is there somewhere I can go look at art cards in the game, or have they stopped doing that? Like concept art? So, gameplay-wise, I think... Let's see, the leveling materia gets very tedious in some regards. I think that's a problem. Nope. Ah, that was some of my favorite parts of all of the other ones. But yeah, the materia gets a bit tedious with leveling up stuff. Now, something I did catch a glance at when I was looking at it yesterday after everything. You can obtain the magic materia at the very least after leveling up every single magic materia. So you can, like, obtain them that way. I think there's too much that's secret in this game. I think there's too much that is, like, not very directed or given to you, or, like, you can kind of easily pick apart. Yeah, like, the game has a lot of missables. I think that's a problem. I think that's genuinely a problem. I think that was, like, too much. And I think too much of the high power is also locked behind missable stuff. Right? Key of the Ancients is, like, a good example. Finding that thing in the ocean somewhere. Yeah. Like, there's that. I mean, it's... I absolutely, again, massive credits go to all the people that worked on this game. It's a phenomenally enjoyable game, and for its age, it holds up pretty decently. The limits are also kind of nonsensical, like you can't just use them. No, you gotta grind enemies. Yeah, like, my other issue is with them. In a sense, right? Is so you're left in a situation with a lot of the limits just being bad. You have to kind of go through, right? I think limits were a miss in this game by a long shot. I think there could have been less limits and a much more clear progression of them. And it would have probably been better. Even if you still lock the... Here's Six's issues with the characters. Yes, but it doesn't force it down your throat as problematically. Like, late game, you're screwed because you didn't level up your rest of your characters. This one has too much of a cast that I don't really care about all of them. I would have preferred, one thing, okay, so this is where I would, like, if I was to retroactively go and influence this game, I would make it that the, ultimate, limits for each of the characters would be locked behind a mini quest to go do, right? Something kind of like how Persona does it a little bit, where it's like, you're nearly guaranteed to get their ultimate personas. Like, their upgraded personas, if you just put in a bit of effort. But you do have to put in some effort to get them. Right? I would have liked more of that as an attentive thing. They kind of did that in most of the cases, but it just didn't feel quite like that all the time. Again, this game would have also benefited from, like, a quest log, which I'm assuming the remake probably approached that. But again, this is before, like, that sort of stuff was really getting added to games. So it's like all of the suggestions we can probably make to this game are stuff that they did make later on because they weren't really a thing to do back then. So that's why it's kind of hard to gauge saying anything that would improve this game is stuff that would improve this game because it would have been developed later. For what it is, this game is extremely influential on a global scale in gaming. It really introduced JRPG into the Western scene, and I can see why people enjoyed it. I really, really can. I think, personally, the characters felt, gameplay-wise, they didn't feel very impactful, the difference between them. Especially if I compare it to, like, Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI, each of the characters actually feels somewhat unique against each other. Like, they actually feel important versus the others. Like, this character does this thing, and they really specifically do that thing. Did that mean that there was some misses and, like, some of the characters basically do really shitty stuff? Yes. But in this game, by comparison, I could have had the same build on all three of my characters in a sense, and there would have been nothing that really changed. The only reason it feels better to do, like, the build I did for Cloud on Cloud is because Cloud's with you the vast majority of the game, he gets better chances to level all the stuff up, and it makes more sense that the guy with a giant sword is the guy that swings a sword and is doing basic attack-orientated things. And that's kind of an issue. Fortunately, it's the same in 8, but they at least, they all get to develop a lot since it's the lowest of the franchise, because besides 4 and 5, yeah. I don't know, I think, so, if I was to, like, bring up, my list, right, that's not my list. So, at the moment, if we bring up our list, give me a moment, I'll have it up on screen for you guys as well, so we can, like, look at it that way. Also, there being no menu music sucks ass in this game, by the way. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Desktop, Final Fantasy list top. Because we have the rated list and, like, kind of why things are rated the way they are. For this playthrough so far that we've been doing. And I've been judging them kind of based against each other, but also kind of based on their own merits, right? Give me a second to zoom the text in so it's much easier to read. So, I have my reasons in case someone wants to disagree with me, and that's 5. So, this is, again, subjective list of the Final Fantasy games. You do not have to agree with me on these. You can fully disagree with me. That is not a problem. Bestiary would have been nice. It's an issue with all the games till 12, but it would have been nice since the game has a lot of unique enemies, even though they barely show up. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, the fact that there's bestiaries normally in the early games, that you can go look at. There's not all of the information you'd need there, but there is some. There's normally just what they are, their name, their sprite, and roughly the location you found them at, right? Like the areas that you can find them in. That's all that's in the game. I think, yeah, bestiary would have really improved. Was added in the remasters a lot of the times. Oh, okay. I know that was in Brave Dawn and stuff like that, so that's probably what's throwing me off as well. Because I'm not remembering original Final Fantasy correctly. Yeah, it probably wasn't in the original. Yeah, that would have probably been really good. What would I do in rating this against the rest of these games? I went into Final Fantasy VII being told that there is a chance I'm probably gonna like 6 more than 7, just based on who I am. However, I will recognize why 7 is good. And I think that's a very accurate way of looking at what I thought going into this game. Coming out of this game, if I was to put this against this list, all of the benefits this game has, which has fairly compelling characters, has a really, really good world and narrative, and has some really fun power levels. The problem is that at the same time, while the narrative is great and I liked a lot of the characters, there's so many characters that just were there and were problems or were whatever. They didn't... Like, a lot of Shinra characters, I'm gonna be honest, are highly forgettable. And in a sense, that's kind of part of the point. But, like, when you've got a character that's supposed to be supposedly such a main central point, they felt so weak in development. It felt like I didn't interact with them in the right ways. The interactions were kind of meh, and the expectation of the... Like, it felt like there was so much more going on that I never got to interact with. On, like, my level. Like, it felt like there were moments that were happening that I never got to see. Is almost how some of the characters progressed. It's hard for me as well, because I'm very, like... I really like the old Final Fantasy combat systems. I don't quite like the 3D space so much. It suffered from it being very much an early attempt at it. The spaces were very hard to navigate at sometimes, which made it kind of a bit touch and go. The camera constantly changing the ways it did made it a little hard to deal with the cameras. I mean, fuck, Yuffie was like a great example of a very missable character. Side characters like no Dolphin, Mountain Man though. I don't know. Shinra higher ups, like again, I agree in a sense that I don't mind it too much, but it happened too much with a lot of the characters. Right? It felt like there was storytelling that wasn't being told. Is how it felt. So I will be very brutally honest with this. If I was to, like, come back to a game and enjoy it, for story, I would enjoy this more than 5. For gameplay, I would probably enjoy 5 more than this. And I like 6 more than 5, in a sense. Like, just... I like 6's story probably about as much as 7. I like gameplay of 5 a little bit more in some regards than 6, but, like, the cohesiveness of the gameplay and the story in 6 is a lot better in my eyes. 7, the game, like, 7's basically a step down from 6 in that matrimony in my eyes, but it's better at its things individually. In a sense. So I think I'm going to actively say that if I was to rate, I think, to the upset of many, Final Fantasy VII's 2 for me. And it's like a hard 2. Because I am, like, very tempted to put 5 above it. Very tempted. If it wasn't for the fact that the story is as incredible as it is, the list is cut off. I know, you don't see the bottom of the list. Oh, you don't even see the fucking top part of the list. Huh. Why is it cut off like that? Give me a sec, I'll drag it over. Oh, that's not what I was trying to drag over. Where? Come on. There we go. Yeah. It's really hard. I think, okay, so if I was to go through reasons, because I'm curious what y'all will complain about with some of this. So most key characters were really interesting and fairly well developed. Ignore any spelling mistakes. I'll deal with it later when I fix things. Extremely great narrative and and world building. A lot of characters felt underdeveloped. Example, Red Fence, Shinra 6. So that's like the core stuff there for me. Gameplay suffered a lot from age, story, and character development. Example, Red Fence, Shinra 6. So that's like the core stuff there for me. Gameplay suffered a lot from age, story, and character development. Example, Red Fence, Shinra 6. So that's like the core stuff there for me. Gameplay suffered a lot from age, Navigation being finicky. And target selection being relative to camera. So that was an issue. Those are like the biggest issues that the game has, but that's just age. The bills didn't feel very diverse. Lack of compelling reasons to play with multiple and diff. There we go. We'll go with that for now. I think that's the core stuff for me. Like it is pure and simply carried off of its world building. Like, it's got a lot of key characters that are fucking amazing. It's got an incredibly great narrative and world building. Outside of that, I don't think it's a great, as good a game as some of the others. That's why I say, like, I think gameplay-wise, 5 has done, like, a really good job with how it plays. Its story's, like, alright. But, again, we're seeing progressively with the games, the storytelling is getting better with the games. Like, it's progressively improving. Like, we're looking at some of the early ones. Fuck, 3 was awful. 2 was painful. 4 was like, I think 4 is where I say this is the flaw. This is the flaw of the game. Where, like, this is where a lot of problems start to outlie with me. Like, it starts being a balance point of, like, this is okay. Again, as you can see here, 1, I've also bracketed Brave Dawn because of what it actually means to the game to me. I will openly admit, nostalgia is the biggest reason why it's rated as highly. 4 is very vanilla flavor. 4 is, yeah, like, 4 is exactly the bottom of the line of what I think's acceptable to me. 2 is, like, the fucking grind in it was awful. I think that was one of my biggest gripes with it, is the fact that it was one of the games I had to turn the leveling bonuses on for, purely because I didn't want to sit in every area for an hour to farm up to go to the next area, because that's how that game progressed. You couldn't kind of fly through the content, and it wouldn't give you enough levels going through the content to try and progress. You would always have to grind. And it just, for streaming, that's not good. Because it means that I'm like, do story bit, grind for an hour to 2 hours, do next story bit, repeat process over and over again. It also the grind, like, okay, you can immediately make the argument, yeah, but you could max out all your shit, like, the moment you start the game. You go into the open area and just smack yourselves. Okay, make that argument if you want, but, like, that's... I'm not up for that playstyle. I did it a little bit, and I was like, this is okay, but yeah. Again, there's a reason why it says cool leveling skills and things. The problem is, late game, it was just too much. You had to do too much to get very little out of things sometimes. The story was actually quite nice for me for 2. It's just the grind was way too much and the story was very washed out, which again is like, or watered down, which is just purely because it didn't have much to work with. That's my issues with 2. If I went back to 2 and played it again, I would play with the settings up. With the leveling settings up. You're just hating? Yeah, clearly. I mean, again, subjective list. Fully feel free to disagree with, right? The fact that I'm putting 6 at the top has already put me into like the second largest group of Final Fantasy like enjoyers. Because most of the time you're going to hear people say 7 is the best, and none of the others compare. And then you get the next largest group that says 6 is the best, and then you get the other groups that are like 10 is the best, or 15 is the best, or 14 is the best, or 1 is the best. Admittedly, I was in that last group there for a long time. I put 5 over 6 and 7. I think I would if the story was a little bit more well built in with the gameplay. Right? Like, that's why I say, like, 6 has a cohesiveness that I can't explain well with how the characters work. 5 has an amazing job system. And a really good gameplay loop. 5 is very much... I want to stress all 3 of these games are amazing games in their own rights and could deserve to be first place. But this is where personal preference comes in, right? I like the way the story, the characters, and everything develop together in 6. I dislike some of the grinding in it, but, like, all of the games are grinding. I think all the games on the list are amazing, except for 3. Yeah, no, there's a reason 3... literally, the only description that matters is the Toad Dungeon can go to hell. That's all you need to read from my description for the 5th one, of what you need... of the 3rd one, sorry, of why that game sucks. There was so many poor development decisions in it. Right? That's the one that really suffered from it. Don't really, don't say any of the Final Fantasy games except for 10. Yeah, but inversely, I have my friend that says 10's the best. Right? He absolutely loves 10. He identifies the characters the most in that game, and all that. And that's the point that I make of, like, every Final Fantasy game is different, and every person is going to approach the games differently. Now, that's kind of the charm of the franchise, right? 3 was kind of boring. I had 4 monks finish the game with 2 characters being monks through the entire game. I played around with the job system a little bit more than that, but, like, the job system just felt shitty. There was, like, 90% of the jobs felt bad, and you were forced to play some of them. I think the game railroaded you in ways that were extremely unpleasant. That was one of my biggest issues with it. Like, there was so many parts of 3 that come back at me, eh? Now, being a 10 hater is kind of rare, actually. Yeah, and, like, that's that thing, right? It's like, I know 10s are, I think, like, one of the top 5, like groups of people that love the game, at least. So it'll be interesting when I get to that eventually. But, yeah, I think that's why I say, like, this is an opinion that I know is going to put me polarizing with a lot of people, is that I didn't think 7 was the best. Top 3? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I like 14's a hell of an argument as well, and I know 15's a hell of an argument as well. I know enjoyers of the one that Lightning's in. Lightning's a really weird one that has a lot of people like agreeing and disagreeing a lot with that one. That's a very interesting one. A lot of people hate it, but like a lot of people really enjoyed it. Um, hmm. 13. I'm a 13 lover. Yeah, like, my mate loves 13, but he also accepts the, like, why it's hated. He thinks people are dumb, but he sees why. I think it's the main thing from 13, to my understanding, is that Lightning herself is the liked thing, the game is the thing that's disliked. Um... Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, there's a... Again, I want to stress how much... if you took the writing of 6 mixed with a little bit of the writing from 5, the world of 7, the world building of 7, the core gameplay of 5 mixed with 6, I think you'd get the best Final Fantasy game so far, right? That's how I'm seeing it. And the fact that that's, like, how I speak on it is, like, the only things I've really got to say positively about 7 is the things that, like, are generically the good things. I'm upset at that personally. I can't hate the game. I enjoyed it, but yeah. It's like, if you strip away its world building and its story, the game's really bad. But, like, that's the point, is that's what they focus on. They put a lot of effort into that, and I like that. You wanna know the weakest part of this game? Go for it. Oh, also, I haven't written down, there we go. Seth is a really boring antagonist. I don't disagree with that fully. I see... yeah. There we go. Alright. Ruby. Oh, yeah, no. Like, honestly, that's the thing that I'm like, that... I don't mind the emerald weapon as much. I think the emerald weapon felt a lot more fair because you could actually... The actions it took were more regulated and more consistent. The ruby weapon was just an asshole. I don't mind show don't tell villains like the Emperor in 2. Super simple, super generic, but he always felt scary. Seth, meanwhile, destroys one village and then the rest game is ice. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Sephiroth is like, it's... The only reason I think he actually is cool as a villain is because of, like, that dream sequence. Of, like, him actually reaching into your humanity and breaking you apart from there. Like you could argue, here's Genova clone, here's the Genova clones, but then he barely shows up, never really interacts with the entire party or any other villain. But in the end, I'm meant to give 2 cents at the fight. Yeah, he could have definitely been a little bit more present. I mean, again, it comes to this argument of like, do we say that Sephiroth or Genova are things? I still like to think that for the most part we are actually still fighting Sephiroth. Just, again, a Genova corrupted Sephiroth. Like, again, I've also seen what Sephiroth is supposed to look like. You don't really see it in the cutscenes as well very often. So I've seen his splash art, like his concept art, and then I've seen what they did to him for the remake. And fuck me, he's hot as shit. I'll give that. I fully expect the remake to solve a couple of the issues I have with some things, but probably bring forward other issues based on what I've been told. Because, like, I could make the argument that basically the gameplay, because it's the old gameplay, but with, like, it feels weaker than the old gameplay because it's in this, like, changing point of moving from the old style into a new style. And that's what hurts it. Whereas I would expect the gameplay loop of the newer remake to probably be more engaging, so I would not have as many issues with the way it plays. Like, if there was 3 linked items, like items that had 3 links on them or 4 links on them, but there's only like 1 or 2 of those items in the game, that would have changed my opinion on how the builds work, because there's all of a sudden a massive difference in argument there. Genova has its roots in other characters' origins, but her being the Seth versions inside Cloud would make it an overarching antagonist. Remake suffers from the side character nightmare. Like, don't you want to know about Don Chrono's third guard and all of his life choices, including a novel? Yeah. Yeah, I do know about that. Again, it's... The complaint that I heard of Seven's remake is that it went way too character focused on like every character. It tried to compensate for this problem here too hard. I do like the Turks, by the way. I think the Turks, outside of a couple of problems I have with them, they're a great example of like actually doing the Shinra correctly, and I liked that. Very much the like they clock out, they don't give a shit. I saw an analysis of them recently that I quite liked. Talking about it. The Turks are peak. It's if the game treated them better in terms of how the fights were done and when they're handled, I would be more willing to be happy with them. I think they're just a little short in treatment from the game, but story-wise, they're great. They're some of the, like, more interesting characters to me. Yeah. No, I think that's basically what it all comes down to, right? I don't think I would describe this game any other way at this point. I think I've locked in with kind of how I see this game. This is my thoughts on 7. And yeah, managed to push it all the way to like 3.5 hours. Nice. Wants you to humanize the Shinra military, and yeah, it kind of falls flat. I mean, that was kind of they did that enough in the base game, right? Like, we interact with the military a little bit here and there, and, like, it was fine. You got to see them being dorky and human and making mistakes and vibing. Like, there was a couple of them that are like, I'm sleeping on duty, fuck you. During, like, certain moments. Like, I liked that. That did a good enough job of doing it subtly. And it did make you feel a little bad, but also that's kind of the point. Is the game does tell you that, like, you are being terrorists. You are hurting people's lives and livelihoods. I got 63% of the achievements. Damn. Let's see. Get Don Chrono to choose Cloud over the other two females. That's a fucking thing I can do. Let me close the notepad so we can enjoy some of these. I just want to look through some of these achievements really quickly to have poke fun at it, and then we'll be done. Because I can't look through concept art. But that sounds fucking funny. Go on a date with Barrett, yeah. Score a bunch of points on the G-Bike, fuck that. Obtain an obscene amount of money, yeah, sure, but let's just grind it somehow, or cheese it. Learn Catastrophe, so these are the limit break ones. Which most of these I just kind of skipped, or I just didn't bother. Complete the game, defeat them, defeat. Yep, and that's it. Okay, yeah, no, this is... If I was to approach this as a second playthrough, I probably could get all of these achievements guaranteed. Like, without much problem. Yeah. Huh. Like, I just... Steam has you max out all the materia, because screw you. Fuck that. Like, this one's just... Like, most of these ones are just kind of ugh and annoying. Yeah, no. I think, can't believe you haven't dated Barrett. Invalid save file. Fair. I mean, who did we date in the end? It was Aerith, right? There we go. Alright. Sorry, I'm responding to things. Super easy. Just sell all your materia. Yeah, I sold a bunch of, like, maxed out materia stuff, at one point, and it's like, yeah, it makes you a shitload of money. Damn, yeah, looking back at this game, there was a lot of time spent in this. There was a lot of time spent on this. I really liked this game. I really did. It was a nice, different game. That was the big thing. If we look at it against the rest of, like, the Final Fantasy games we've played so far, this is really nice. I really, really liked it. I would definitely say, of the Final Fantasies I've played, this would probably be the one I would recommend to people to get into, like, that sort of style of game. Like, probably not this version. Again, the remake's probably up there for that argument. 6 or this, maybe. It depends on if they're willing to deal with old clunkiness in games. If they say yes to that, then yeah, probably this game. For the most part, the learning curve would probably be not too bad. They would just want to probably do more than one playthrough. Or, no, you know one thing that I think this game would have definitely improved with is that if, like, some of the stuff was a little bit more, like, again, there's a way to track it. I think if there was tracking in this game, I think this would have been an amazing game. Genuinely. Like, side quests, stuff like that. That would have probably changed it a lot. But yeah, so I don't know if we're gonna start 8 next week or the week after. We'll see how that goes, based on what I get for info on something and all that. But expect in the next 2 weeks we'll be starting 8. It'll basically, if it turns up on the stream schedule or not, when I post that, probably tomorrow or day after, depending on who you are. Like, yeah, it'd probably be in the, like, next 30 hours as a solid argument, I guess. God damn. Yeah. No, my brain's, like, partly cooked at the moment, just thinking through so much in this game. There's so much. So much. Alright. With that being the case, before I just keep talking your ears off and not really doing anything gives me a chance to actually have a good break today. I'm gonna call it here. So, again, thank you all so much for joining me through this playthrough. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.